All right, let's see. We got a couple more things and we're going to bounce, but this one is super interesting. We'll watch this one. This one is, I just saw this on X Games this morning. They just released this video. X Games, and I'll read you the description and then we can watch the video and see what it's all about. But the X Games has always been about innovation in sports. At this year's X Games, they're talking about snowboarding at this point. At this year's X Games, we're testing a new AI experiment. Here we go. Keep going with the AI. The Owl AI, built on Google Cloud. The Owl will bring viewers an all-new POV of the Super Pipe, predicting winners, summarizing runs, and testing, this is the most interesting thing, testing the ability to score athletes. So it looks like X Games might be testing the waters of using AI for scoring.
Wow.
And replace actual judges. I don't know. This is taking into account things like amplitude, difficulty, technicality, and more. We're excited about how this technology could be further developed to bring the X Games closer to fans with things like live translation, coaching and training, and more.
Did it style? Is that a thing in there?
I would almost assume that would be like a human aspect of it.
Yeah, it has to be.
Like the AI can judge how the trick was done and the landing,
like
and
how hard the trick was, and what the clean.
You can give that points, but then
you don't think the AI can incorporate style?
I'm just saying, I think that would be the human touch.
How does a computer know about style? It can tell. Yeah,
it's learning. It will learn it. That's
America, or not, it's people telling this thing. This is what style is, but that's all based off of a person telling it.
1,000%. You're right.
Yeah.
I hear you, but AI is infinite on learning, so eventually this thing will learn how to.
Yeah.
It could. Just throw in Gino Iannucci.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but some people think that some people don't like his style.
But I mean that's what skateboard. Everything is so subjective. That's why, you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm like.
But majority people.
Oh, I love him. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's
what
I'm saying.
The people that are like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're like, okay, so if they don't get it, but I love it.
Yeah.
How is this computer gonna know?
It's true.
So,
Street League's next.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with I would
say goodbye.
I'm not.
AI will be subjective then too.
So I think the thing is like, are they just going straight into it? Are they going straight into the next X Games? This is what's happening.
No, I mean this is a
testing.
whole. This is obviously they said it's a whole test.
Okay,
you know we're testing a new AI experiment, the Owl AI. You know, so let's watch a video and see exactly what they're yapping about.
30 years ago, X Games redefined sports. We didn't just create competitions; we built a movement.
Salema Masakela.
Yeah.
Today, right here in Aspen, we are pushing the boundaries once more. Introducing the Owl AI, an experiment that uses cutting-edge technology to reimagine how we analyze runs, refine scoring, and predict outcomes.
I've spent my entire life in subjective and judged sports. Sometimes, at best, humans get it wrong. We all do. Those are errors I don't think we should live with, especially in the environment when there's new technology that could help make these sports become more objective.
I know that what he's saying, but also doesn't that what puts the human touch on it is not having a computer judge whether your run was good. No matter if it's a human or a computer, there's always going to be the debate. I feel like it's never going to be perfect.
Yeah,
I think it would be interesting on this to see if what a human does and what an AI judges it, and how you can mesh them together. But I will say, I'm going to say this story really quick. I've just said that I was judging a contest, and someone was like, "Well, dude, look it on paper and paper. It's the same thing. It cancels it out." I'm like,
"What do you mean? What explain that?"
So
paper,
like one person's run and one person's run.
Okay,
and you look down the line of like what they did, and like that trick cancels out that trick. That like does that make sense to like the difficulty of tricks? And I was like, "What am I, a computer? What are you? Is that why you're hiring me?" No, I'm not that. This is obviously two different types of skateboarders and ways they're skating. And this is like, and that's where I was like, that's why computers can't do this.
Right.
Right.
Like you can, if you want to judge it on difficulty, like strictly that, then yeah, a computer could do that easily.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to the way things are done and being such a variety of things, skating switch, nollie fakie, whatever.
Right.
Like that's where it's just like it's interesting.
Yeah, I just think that it'll take time for it to learn certain things.
Yeah.
Just like anything, but it'll get to a certain point where, okay, can it learn more about tricks and style and everything incorporated? I don't know.
It's like, so a lot of people like the way that this person skates. Let's model with perfect styles like that. And then a lot of people don't like this type of skater. So if it doesn't like that, then don't give that a better score. Like that, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Like that's to tell a computer.
Yeah.
So that's why.
But this guy's open.
We're just so
super open
excited
to
to
it.
be working with the Google Cloud team and experimenting together.
This is how X Games legends are made.
By using this technology, we can create more immersive experiences for fans all over the world. We can bring them closer to the action.
If you're a judge and you look down for 1 second, you may miss something.
Does that happen?
I think
You look down for 1 second and you miss something?
I don't know. Like probably, yeah. Like you know what I mean. I'm assuming in all sports like that, probably something that's like.
I think that happens more when it's like when 3 people are skating at the same time. What
the jam
the
format.
jam format.
That's a lot. For sure, someone misses something and someone's like, "Hey, that person did that on that side." Just
Right,
FYI, like
right.
yeah, it's a lot of communication.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
If you are a commentator and I'm listening to a producer, I may miss something. Owl AI that we are using at X Games, it is learning. It is constantly getting better
That's what
and
I'm saying. It's constantly
understanding
learning.
these sports that we love.
Sometimes things are missed. I've had many events. Sometimes I feel like the score doesn't really make sense. Sometimes I feel like somebody else got overscored. Sometimes I think someone got underscored. I think it'll be valuable in that sense to actually give a clear, concise, objective reason as to why things went down the way they
Like, hold on. What was that?
I don't know.
got
See,
overscored. Sometimes I think someone got underscored. I think it'll be valuable in that sense to actually clear, concise, objective reason as to why.
It's her spinning.
like a y-axis and whatever.
Way they did.
A perfect 100, first time ever.
The thing that's cool about Owl, if it can get to that stage, is the fact that it's a database. Somebody who is just broaching the sport, it could be extremely overwhelming. Imagine having a dictionary, something that you can ask to explain why that was impressive or why that was scored that way. I think that's pretty special.
That was silly.
I'm just blown away by what we can do and what we can accomplish in partnership with Google AI technology and this vision that we have for the future of AI in sports.
Double crippler.
Oh my
This is more than just a glimpse
Double
into
crippler?
the future. This is the start of a new era.
Did they chicken behind the back?
I don't think they did. They?
I don't think you can do that. I think you do
I
that
don't
on
think you-
snowboard.
yeah, I don't know
No,
if
you
you
can't
can
do
do
that.
that.
Oh, no chicken behind the back.
Lyra had a good point. What about a never been done move in a contest? How would that be scored?
That is a good point.
It depends on the difficulty, right? Like
Right.
there could be something that's like really random and weird.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know. But
But what if it's something that's never been done and you actually like, wow, I've never seen that.
that kind of happens sometimes. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, that was insane. Yeah. You try to score to what's capable at that time.
I feel like, and I don't know that much. I've never snowboarded. People think that's crazy because they know how good I would be
Yeah.
Kind of.
because I ride a skateboard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you look like you're in the snow. all the time.
I feel like I'm
You're like
born in the snow.
Yeah.
But I'm not, and I don't ski. I just skated my whole life. But I do think that the AI would be easier with snowboarding and with skiing because you're dealing with like spins and twists and turns rather than flip of the boards
Yeah,
and different
I
things
agree.
like that. And
sure.
you know, crooked grind, switch crook, front side crook. Like there's a lot more going on in skating, I feel like, than just like I don't even know what the
Flipping
and
McTwist, or I don't know what they call it in snowboarding, but you know, a rodeo,
Yeah. So I think
or was it double crippler?
double crippler.
I think skateboarding definitely is subjective and everyone thinks differently on certain judging. I always hear on snowboarding for some reason that like the judging is great. Like people, like she said, she's like, I don't get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I hear that a lot. So that's probably why they're looking so into it on snowboarding.
Right.
Because there's such a big difference of like this disconnection, I guess, of like,
Yeah, but like Chris was saying, there's less to like kind of like go over this because there's no flipping of the board, and you can do switch stance in snowboarding. So there's that factor.
Yeah,
as well,
for sure,
you know?
for sure. Switch. But I don't know if there's fakie or nollie. It's just, or maybe there is. Yeah, I guess there
There has
is.
to be.
I think it was it Chloe? Is that her name?
Yeah.
That was on that thing. I thought I saw some, because I always try to pay attention to the other judging, like what's going on. And I think she did like a super dope run. And at the end, she kind of like just stopped and kind of like was going to the next wall, but wasn't going to hit it. It was like, that was a run. And she kind of just stopped and like kind of maybe fell over, but like that was a run. It was done. And they scored it against her. And they were like, what the fuck was that about? I think that's what happened. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's amazing when you hear someone like that that's so good at what she does. You're just like, I don't even get it. Like, what the hell?
To the point of like, an NBD never been done is like, there's going to be a huge database with the AI of like what has been done and what hasn't been done. I mean, JC's playing over here this Hiroto Algirara lands a first ever 2340, and this would be something that AI could definitely like pick up.
Yes.
AI could be like, oh, this person's spun this many times. This isn't in the database of being
It's
of
above
being
the
logged
data-
into it.
Yeah.
Of being logged into the database. Has this ever been done? No, it hasn't.
Jeez.
It's above if it gave this score like a 9 or whatever, I don't know what's like, this spun 180 more. It's got to be whatever this much more.
Sure.
Like,
But I don't know.
Now
I mean,
9.5.
it's interesting. I think that it serves a better purpose, maybe, or it's easier for them to test in the snow sports. I think because there is less flipping of the board. There's a lot of less things going on, but there's more spinning going on. So I don't know. I think it's we'll see what happens, man. I don't know. I like the experimentation.
Yeah,
But we'll see if that experimentation actually leads to something being like a staple in a snowboarding event or in the future, like a skateboarding event.
Yeah, enough for them to implement it for sure.
it's kind of like, I mean, you could put that to any sport, like in baseball right now, the thing they, in like all the minor leagues or in like they have a strike zone, and there was a thing that like has it. You can't see it obviously in person, but in baseball, you're
But
like,
the ump is making the call.
ump is making the call, and
Right.
they make it so now I've seen it on video. They're like, they test the call, they do like this, and the guy will like ump will look. He called it a ball, or he called it a strike. You're out,
Right.
and they call it, and they look, and it's like, oh, it's a ball. Oh, you're good. It's a ball.
Right.
You're like,
Oh, they changed it right then.
yeah, because there's a detector or whatever. It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
you see it on the screen.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but that's different. It's different than that.
Oh.
It's like it's literally like whatever. I don't know what the technology
It's
is.
computers and
Computer right there.
whatever, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, no, it was a ball.
Just like the line in football. Like we
Exactly.
can see the line.
Yeah.
you know,
The line of scrimmage,
Yeah.
or
And-
whatever, the
Yeah.
first down line.
first down line.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's almost weird if we have a sport. I mean, judging a contest is different.
Mm-hmm.
If you have like a full-on sport where the refs are completely gone and there's no one to call rules,
Right.
that's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where,
You couldn't do it with certain sports.
yeah. But
Yeah, I don't think.
You could do a bowling, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, is there like any sort of judge or ref in bowling? Unless you go
I don't
over the
know.
line.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you passed the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over the line.
Yeah.
The line power on the line.
The
color.
only thing there is just the line.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you something, pendejo.
I love
You
I-
pulling any crazy shit with me? You pull your piece
that
out on
from-
the lane?
That's from
Big Lebowski.
Is it Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
Oh yes, it is.
Yeah, judging is I'm happy to do it, and it's tough. And for snowboarding, I'd be curious to talk to. I think I know one judge I met a long time ago. He skates actually random too, long time ago. But I was like, I wonder what the process is with other sports like that.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I like the experimentation. Do I necessarily want to see it in skateboarding? No, to be honest. Maybe if it was kind of like a combination of human and computer, maybe, depending on what the point system would be made out of. You know?
Right.
I agree. Yeah,
But I like the human touch of you know, we know skateboarding more than a computer would ever know skateboarding. I think, you know, where we live it, we breathe it, we eat it, you know, and it's like, well, it is subjective, but fuck. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just can't picture it right now.
Yeah.
I can't picture a computer 20 points deducted. You know what I mean? Like it could be something like,
And actually talking.
yeah.
That's what skateboard. I mean, that's why it's the best because we're watching that video earlier with the Adidas. The guy's doing no comply, like big spin.
How do you judge that?
Yeah, how do you judge that?
Well, how does even a human judge that?
Yeah, exactly. A computer's gonna judge that, like,
Right.
or like, you know,
Yeah, because again, it's all subjective.
Yeah.
You might not like that.
yeah, and that's why judging skateboarding with such a big difference
Yeah,
to like
true.
a fucking kickflip, fucking back over crook down like a 14 versus that.
Right.
You know, you're like, obviously that's a lot safer, but this is a lot gnarlier. Like, you know, like obviously I would rather try the no comply trick all day
From the
than the
safety
kick back
factor?
over crook.
Yeah.
But
Well, I felt the same way kind of when Andy Anderson was in the Tampa Pro. Because Andy Anderson, Tampa, listen, everybody's doing the Tampa Pro lines, right? They're doing lines that we all know. We all can gauge how tough they are and you know, see, oh, this is a backside flip over the pyramid. We know what that is. But then here comes Andy doing crazy tricks.
yeah,
And you're like, how do you even judge that or compare? Or because not that many people can even do the tricks that he's doing, right? It's like, how do you even gather the, oh, that's a 20, that's a 40. How do you do, what do you,
that's the funniest part is when like, especially when he goes like a handrail and it's like he goes to the top of the handrail and he like whole board stall on it and starts spinning around.
Yeah.
And you're like, how is anyone, you know what I mean? Like that's the best part.
How do you
Like,
judge that?
yeah, it's like, it's fucking, I love it.
you could judge a crooked grind all heel out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But it's because we're not used to seeing those particular tricks.
Yeah.
You know, so
And we don't do those particular tricks.
That
so
too,
that's
that
a whole
too.
other, you know,
Yeah.
but you know, I don't know. Maybe they need another set of freestyle judges there next year, you know?
Just one freestyle.
Just
for-
for, yeah.
Yeah.
Bring in
Help it
Don
out.
Brown.
It's like you
Fill
have
it in.
in breakdancing and maybe in another or whatever the freestyle bike stuff or BMX type stuff you can do, you know, they have like style judge, like or how do you say it? I'm brain farting like I always do. Just like how you like execution.
degree of difficulty.
It's like difficulty, execution, and style. Like you there's like one judge doing that specifically,
Yeah,
one
yeah,
judge
yeah.
doing this specifically, and
right.
one judge doing that specifically.
Totally.
So it's like it is interesting to see that. I'm pretty sure that's how the breakdancing is judged.
Is that how like
Yeah, and I've seen it, like-
gymnastics too?
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't. I've seen it done like that before, but
Okay.
interesting ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this whole AI
It's coming in hot, man.
scoring system for the
Coming
X
in hot.
Games. Keep us posted, X Games. Salema, come back on the show. Come kick
back,
it with
dude.
us, man.
I saw him like not too long ago
Yeah?
down by the beach.
Oh,
He was
cool.
getting done with the workouts.
There you
Dude,
go.
what up?
There you go.